For $18,000, you can get a walk-in tub with a plastic door seal, a pump backed by a warranty most people never read, and a bathing routine that leaves you sitting in a sealed box, waiting for the water to drain before you are allowed to stand up. Meanwhile, Home Depot will sell you a finished walk-in tub from American Standard, a company that has been making plumbing fixtures since the 1870s, for just over $4,900. Delivered in a box with a warranty. Basic units start around $2,000. A licensed plumber in your town will handle the rest for a fraction of what the man at your kitchen table is asking tonight. Most homeowners never find that out, because the sales model depends on them never leaving the room to check. This video is about 3 numbers that industry works very hard to keep out of the same sentence. The people buying these tubs are not careless. They are usually somewhere between 70 and 85. They have had one bad slip or watched a spouse have one, and they are frightened in a way that is completely rational. Falls are the leading cause of injury death for older adults in this country. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recorded 38,742 unintentional fall deaths among adults 65 and over in 2021, the highest count in 2 decades. 1 in 4 older adults reports falling every year. That fear is real, and it is earned. What happens next is that the fear gets monetized. A television ad runs during daytime programming. A phone number gets called. An appointment gets booked, and a salesperson arrives at the house with a tablet, a sample door seal, and a price sheet that starts high on purpose. 2 to 4 hours later, a homeowner on a fixed income has signed a contract for the price of a used car, often financed at the kitchen table, for a product that will be installed in a room measuring 5 feet by 8 feet. The tub itself is not the scam. Walk-in tubs are a real product with real engineering behind them, and for a specific kind of buyer, they are genuinely the right answer. The scam, if we are being precise about the word, is the distance between what the hardware costs and what the homeowner pays, and the machinery built to make sure nobody ever measures that distance. So let us measure it. Start with what the actual tub costs, because that is the part nobody shows you. On Amazon and at other retailers, walk-in tubs from manufacturers like Impava, Medicare, and Anzi sell in the range of $2,000 to $6,000, and that includes jetted models with pumps and heated seats. Move up to a brand name and the numbers barely move. American Standard soaking tubs on the Home Depot website run from around $3,000 to $7,000 depending on size and drain system. Now, an honest caveat, because this matters. That price is for the unit only. It arrives on a truck and it stops at your driveway. You still have to get it into the bathroom, and you still have to pay someone to install it. Nobody should pretend a walk-in tub is a $4,000 project once the work is included. Installation is real, it is skilled, and it costs money. So here is the other number. HomeAdvisor puts the average installed cost of a walk-in tub in the United States at $13,100, with a normal range running from $4,000 up to $22,100. Quotes above $18,000 are common enough that they are unremarkable inside the industry. The most useful piece of evidence on this is not from a critic, it is from the seller. Safe Step, one of the largest walk-in tub companies in the country, states on its own pricing page that walk-in tubs range from $3,000 to $15,000 for the tub and $8,000 to $12,000 for installation. Read that second figure again, $8,000 to $12,000 for the installation. An installation is a plumber and a helper working in an existing bathroom for 1 to 2 days. You are removing an old tub, connecting hot and cold supply lines, tying into an existing drain, and for a jetted model, running a dedicated electrical circuit, add a permit and an inspection. In every other context in American home improvement, that is a job quoted in the low thousands. There is no version of this work that costs $12,000 in labor and materials, which means the money is not going into your bathroom. It is going somewhere else before it ever gets there. And once you follow it, the pricing stops looking irrational and starts looking like exactly what it is. Look at how these companies hire, because they say the quiet part out loud in public job listings. Search for in-home sales positions at bath remodeling companies, and you will find what the industry calls one-call close roles. One listing from West Shore Home states that annual income expectations range between $90,000 and $200,000, with uncapped commission, pre-scheduled in home appointments, and absolutely no cold calling. A dealer listing for a competing walk-in bath brand advertises $150,000 to $350,000 a year running preset leads. The company generates the lead through advertising, hands it to the representative, and pays that representative largely on what they close. Published sales training guidance for door-to-door and residential construction work describes commission structures running as high as 25% of the sale or 25 to 50% of the profit on a job. Do that arithmetic against a $15,000 contract. A single representative's commission on one afternoon can equal or exceed the entire wholesale cost of the tub being sold. The homeowner is not primarily buying a bathtub. They are buying the tub, plus the commission, plus the advertising that found them, plus the overhead of a company built to run that process nationally. And the term one-call close is not marketing language that got away from someone. It is the operating philosophy. The sale is built to close in one visit, before the customer can compare prices, before an adult child can weigh in, before anyone looks up what a tub costs. The urgency is not a bug in that system. It is the system. Now, who owns these companies? This part surprises people. SafeStep is a subsidiary of Ferguson, the publicly traded plumbing distribution giant, which acquired it in 2018 and stated in its own release that the purchase made Ferguson the #1 provider of walk-in tubs in the United States. Jacuzzi Brands is owned by Invest Industrial, a European private equity group that completed its acquisition in February of 2019. Leaf Home has been majority owned by the private equity firm Gridiron Capital since 2016. Rebath, the largest bathroom remodeling franchise in the country, was acquired by the New York private equity firm TZP Group in 2021. American Standard is a brand of LIXIL, the Japanese Building Products Corporation, though as of April 2025, its bathing products are produced and distributed under an exclusive license by American Bath Group. Kohler is the notable exception to all of this. It remains family-owned and sells through authorized dealers. None of that ownership is illegal, hidden, or even unusual. But it explains the pricing better than any conspiracy could. When a distributor or private equity fund owns the sales channel, the price is not set by what a walk-in tub costs to build. It is set by what a frightened 78-year-old will sign for in a single sitting. And then there is the claim that does the most damage, because it is the one that is simply not true. Medicare does not cover walk-in tubs. Original Medicare Parts A and B does not classify them as durable medical equipment, and the reason is a specific legal test. Federal regulation requires that durable medical equipment be primarily and customarily used to serve a medical purpose, and generally not useful to a person in the absence of an illness or injury. A bathtub fails that second condition because anyone can use a bathtub. So Medicare treats a walk-in tub as a home modification, and it pays nothing. Some Medicare Advantage plans may contribute under supplemental home safety benefits, but that is rare, plan-specific, and generally requires a prescription and prior authorization. It is not something a salesperson can promise you in your living room. Real help does exist. Veterans can access a home improvements and structural alterations grant worth up to $6,800 for a service-connected condition and up to $2,000 for certain other cases with medical documentation. Medicaid, home, and community-based services waivers cover home modifications in many states. The Department of Agriculture offers rural repair grants up to $10,000 for low-income homeowners aged 62 and over. Every one of those requires eligibility, documentation, and an application, which is exactly why advertisements promising a free walk-in tub through a government grant with no income check and no medical review are flagged as scams. Grants.gov states that, of the federal funding opportunities it lists, none provide personal financial assistance, so the tub does not come free and Medicare does not pay. The last question is whether the thing even works. The honest answer is that it works less well than the advertising suggests. The marketing claim is that the bathroom is the most dangerous room in the house. A national survey of falls that sent people to an emergency room found 79% happened inside the home, most often in the bedroom at 25%, then the stairs at just under 23%, and the bathroom just behind that. The bathroom is a serious hazard. It is not the leading one. Then there is the design. To use a walk-in tub, you sit down inside a sealed enclosure and wait for it to fill, which takes roughly 6 to 15 minutes. You bathe. Then you sit in cooling water and wait for it to drain, which takes about 6 to 15 minutes on a gravity drain, or 2 to 4 on a powered one. A single bath can mean half an hour seated in a tub you cannot leave, part of it cold and wet, waiting for a machine to release you. The volume creates a second problem. A walk-in tub holds roughly 40 to 80 gallons against 25 to 45 for a standard tub. Many household water heaters cannot fill one with hot water, and some owners report paying for an upgraded heater afterward, a cost that appears nowhere in the original quote. Then the door. On most models, it swings inward, which means it cannot be opened against a full tub of water. If someone inside loses strength or the drain fails, they wait until the water is gone. Outward swinging doors exist, and they cost more. You do have protection, and almost nobody uses it. Under the Federal Trade Commission's cooling off rule, a sale of $25 or more made at your home carries a 3-business-day right to cancel, and the seller must give you that notice both in writing and out loud. Failing to do so or misrepresenting it is itself a violation. That right has teeth. In England, a company called Walk in Showers and Baths Limited and its director pleaded guilty to fraud for refusing to honor cancellations and return deposits from elderly customers. The director was jailed for 26 months over a fraud totaling roughly £20,000. So go back to that $18,000 quote. A capable jetted unit runs $3,000 to $6,000. An independent licensed plumber installs it with a permit. A fair installed price from an insured contractor with a written warranty sits around $8,000 to $10,000, and that number pays everyone honestly, or you skip the tub. A basic tub to shower conversion averages around $3,000. Grab bars cost $20 to $150 each, and a properly anchored set of 3 or 4 runs roughly $600 to $1,400 installed. A Bella Vita bath lift costs about $450, needs no plumbing and no electrician, and lowers you to within 3 inches of the tub floor. Occupational therapists recommend these first for a reason, and Medicare Part B may cover an evaluation from one when your doctor orders it. Never sign on the first visit. Get the model number and look it up before you agree to anything. Get a second quote from an independent licensed plumber. Verify any claim about Medicare, grants, or rebates with Medicare, the Department of Veterans Affairs, or your local area agency on aging, and get it in writing. If financing appears at your kitchen table, that is the moment to stand up and think. The product is not the problem. The price is not even really about the product. It is about a sales system engineered to reach a frightened person before an informed one does. If this is the kind of thing nobody tells you before you sign, subscribe, because this is what every video on this channel does.